I wrote a blog about spin-ins and taking kind of a page out of what Cisco has done, but maybe making it a business spin-in, not a technical spin-in. And the reason I suggested this is that we waste a lot of money here on Sand Hill trying things out. Wouldn't it be a lot better if we took a look at kind of the blank white spaces that are going on inside these large enterprises and partnering with those groups to build technologies that could be brought into the company that fit the architectural spec of that organization? What do small startups lack? Distribution, really, and credibility. What do large companies lack? Speed, iteration, the ability to operate without legal hammering the the hell out of you to try to get something out the door. So I think if we did that, much like what pharma's learned to do, pharma does a lot of off-balance sheet R&D. They have a really nice way of working with startups and then spinning those in to to refill their pipeline. This is a business of outliers. It's about finding those outliers, investing in them. Those are the ones that make the returns, that make limited partners interested in investing in venture. It's highly risky, as we've seen for the last 10 years or so until recently. On the IT side, for sure, it's been challenging for many firms, except for maybe the very best of brands. And the reason they're the very best is because they see all the very best deals up front. So there is a have and have not element to that piece of it, and they've been very good. The Sequoias, the Benchmarks, Excels, etc. We know who they all are. And then more recently with Andreessen, which is an entirely different business, a different model. But the way that first and foremost is that our job is basically, I consider to be a recruiting job. Our job is to find the best talent. So it really does start with two elements: the best talent and the best markets. It could be the best team in the world, but if it's a really small market, there's nothing you're going to do to make that an outlier, a multi-billion-dollar result. So it has to be a large market. It needs to be addressable. So legal profession, physicians, those are large markets, really hard to go after. So it needs to be large, multi-billion, and it needs to be addressable. So I need to be able to find the people who are going to make the decisions. That's the first thing. Without that, you might as well, it's a non-starter for any at least of the larger venture firms. Maybe if you're really small, maybe you're angel, it's a different story. But for our type of a firm, the larger ones that we all know, that's the first thing. The second part is team. Is it a 1% team? That means of all the teams that could possibly prosecute this, is this an A+ engineering, A+ marketing, A+ sales? Every seat needs to be an A caliber person. Without that team, pretty hard to prosecute that market. So, and it's a team sport. So it's not just one individual. It's a collective of people who all have, in every category, in every seat, is an A talent. And it's kind of funny. Last is technology. Unless it's a science experiment / sort of time machine, more often than not, we can build these things.